So let's get started with today's episode. Today, we're going to talk about a sort of personal mantra, and this is just something about how I kind of think about my addiction, how it makes sense to me. This is not about AA or any other program. This is just literally an Angela Pugh special, okay? I don't even know where I came up with this, but it came to me really early in my sobriety. And it's a mantra. I always say, don't poke the bear. And for me, I visualize my addiction as a bear, right? Like it's this huge, vicious bear, and he lives in my head. And in my recovery, he's in hibernation, right? And that's really where he's at his best. That's where I want to keep him. I want him to be sleeping soundly. I want him to be comfortable. I want him to be in some good REM sleep, having some good dreams. I do not want to poke that guy, okay? If you get a good understanding of this concept, you can literally apply it to every area of your life, because really in recovery, as we recover and we grow and we get better, we use all those principles in every area of our life anyway. So don't poke the bear is exactly the same. The one big thing I hope you get from everything we talk about here is that you have a lot of power in your life and in your sobriety. One of the hangups for people in AA is the word, or people when they go to AA, is the word powerless in the first step. But understand, powerlessness is only when I'm drunk, right? It doesn't mean I'm powerless in my life. But when I'm drunk, when I start drinking, I have no control over myself or what's going to happen to me or even how much I drink, right? I always would overdo it. So that's powerlessness, but it's only when I'm drinking. And the major takeaway I want you to have from every episode or every interaction we have is that you have power in your life. You create your life and your sobriety to be whatever you want it to be. We are not victims of addiction. We're not bad people, and that's why we got this illness. It doesn't work like that. I think quite the opposite, to be honest with you. I feel like, sobriety is not for sissies. This is the hardest thing you will ever do in your life. And it's all internal work, right? It's not like cancer or diabetes where you go get treatment for cancer, diabetes, and that treatment goes to work for you inside your body. With addiction, I have to make a choice every single day of my life. I have to make a choice to attack this thing, to neutralize it, to minimize its effects, to grow and get better. It's all inside work, which, by the way, is the thing that most humans are the worst at, right? We're lazy, we're complacent, we have unrealistic expectations about the results we should get. Like, it's ridiculous. It's the hardest thing. Like, everybody wants to start a diet or a new meal plan, and as soon as they have some success, they immediately start eating like crap again. Or my friend who just did 30 days of yoga, and he was telling me it's the best he's ever felt in his whole life. And I was like, oh, that's great. So are you going to do another 30 straight days of yoga? He's like, no, I stopped doing it. Like, that's human nature. We stop. So with addiction in recovery, I don't get to stop. Sobriety is not for the faint of heart. We are the strongest, toughest, most resilient people on the planet. So remember that we're not victims of